Okay, it says that we're live. We are live. Welcome, everyone. So this live stream is not something I had planned. I think it was yesterday or the day before I decided to do this live stream. Mostly today, I want to kind of just do some updates. There's a lot of things happening around here. Buffering? What does that mean? Do you see me clearly? Or is that a word I don't know? So, anyways, so in this live stream, I'm going to kind of go up over some few updates because there's a lot going on, and also talk about future live streams and maybe share some teaching with you. So let me look at the chat. If you haven't already, put in the chat where you are living, or maybe, yeah, put anything you want in the chat, to be honest. So let's see. So Cesare in the past has been the first one to the live streams. So let's see, 11:27 a.m. So let's see, that's 33 minutes before the live stream. Cesare chimed in. Cesare says, hello, Jason, and hello, everyone. How are you today? I'm Cesare from Switzerland, and it's 9 p.m. It's raining a lot outside. Oh, wow. Nothing better than the truth. And Adam's here. Hey, Adam, good to see you again. Adam says, hi, Cesare. Hello, everyone. Cesare saying hello to Adam. I am streaming this to Facebook and YouTube. So I usually will read all the comments here, because if you're on YouTube, you're not going to see any of the comments on Facebook. And if you're on Facebook, you're not going to see any of the comments on YouTube. And I believe, let's see, have I done a stream on this, my YouTube channel? I think I have from the last, I think it was the 800 subscriber live stream. We'll talk more about that later. Let's see. Lukash, hello, everyone. Finally, the live streams are back. Yes, they are. And I have some information about that. So I want to fill you in. There's a lot to talk about here. Also, I will share some stuff with you. And as usual, if you have any questions about meditation, Zen, your practice, life, any kind of question, you can put it in the chat, and I'll try to cover that for you. Let me go through this chat and then give you some updates. All right, Trezor said, yes, now I see you. Yeah, you never know what's happening. I usually have a lot of technical issues, and I'm not sure why. All right, yes. Okay, Stefan? Hello, Ottawa, Ontario. Good to see you. And John is here. John with his classic statement, hey, you guys. Good to see you, John. Again, if you're just joining us, let us know in the chat that you're here, and also possibly where you're living. So Cesare saying hello to everyone. Adam saying hi to John. Kevin, hey, Kevin, good to see you again. A lot of people I haven't seen in a while. Kevin says, hello, I live close to Empty Gate Zen Center in Berkeley. Hope to see you soon. Are you coming to the retreat, Kevin? I think I just put out the registration for the Empty Gate Zen Center retreat. I'll talk about all these things, and maybe I'll do it in order so that you know what's happening. All right, let's get through here. All right, John. All right, everyone's saying hello to each other, which is always good. Nice to see you all too. Good. So, all right. So this live stream, again, I didn't really plan this. It was, I believe it was day before yesterday, I decided to do this live stream to kind of give you an update. So some of you know that I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream. I know that sounds a little crazy, but that's something I've been planning for a while. I was going to do the 24-hour live stream yesterday, but my wife told me that she wanted to be in the live stream, and also my son wanted to be in a live stream. Both of them went on a overnight field trip for my son's school. So I am postponing that. I also want to invite, I'm probably going to invite Doug Smith if he says yes. Some of you know Doug from the interview series. All right, there's a lot going on. So anyways, pretty soon, so probably this month, and it'll most likely be on a Thursday, not a Friday, that I'll do the 24-hour live stream. So most likely I'll start it at 12 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll go for 24 hours. So I'm going to do a lot of different things throughout that live stream. I will be sleeping here and there. I may share some practice too. We'll see how all of that goes. But it's to the 24-hour live stream is just celebrating my YouTube channel. I said when it gets over 1,000 subscribers that I would do a 24-hour live stream just to say thank you to you all and just share the appreciation I have for you all. Okay, so that's happening. Kevin said, I saw the email, not sure on the retreat, but is on my mind. Yeah, you can do that retreat from home as well. So let's talk about what's happening first. So I'm going to go through the calendar. Let's see, this Sunday, I'm going to be in Sacramento, California. Now, I don't know if anyone lives in that area. Many of you will be watching this, the recording of this live stream. So if you're watching this or you're here live, I'm going to Sacramento, California to give a meditation instruction. They invited me to give a talk. I'll put the link to the talk in the chat for you all. They asked me to do a talk about integrating meditation into everyday life. And I figured since that's kind of the theme of my YouTube channel, it would be a good talk. So I'm going to put the link down below. And I believe that, yeah, this will be in person in Sacramento, but also there's a Zoom link there too. So it looks like they stream their talks on Zoom. So this is going to be Sunday. Let me see when that actually starts. There's going to be sitting meditation at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So just take 2 hours, right? Minus 2 hours from now, wherever you live. So 10 a.m., there's going to be sitting meditation. There'll be a few announcements and a break. And then the talk looks like it's happening at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So minus 1 hour from wherever you are right now. So the talk again will be about integrating meditation into everyday life. I put the link in the chat there so you can join on Zoom. It seems like they will be recording this. So if you look at their website here, the Sacramento Buddhist Meditation Group, there'll be recordings of this. Again, if you are in the California area, come on by. I used to visit this group, this Sacramento Buddhist group. I think I went there twice in the past. This is pre-pandemic, of course. So it's nice to be back. I'm trying to expand my horizons and get out a little bit more, connecting with other Buddhist groups and Zen groups, things like that. So that's happening this Sunday. So if you are able to check that out, go ahead. All right. What else is going on? I did mention the 3-day retreat. So Empty Gate Zen Center is having a 3-day retreat. That's happening May 17th through 19th. And this is a hybrid retreat. So there will be people in Berkeley practicing together, and there will be people joining online. So these retreats, you can sit parts of the retreat. You can sit all of the retreat. It's very flexible. So I highly encourage you to join if you haven't. So I'll put the link down in the chat there. So you have the link for the talk this Sunday and the link for the retreat. So going back to you, Kevin, it's something you can do if you want to do from home, if you just want to do parts of it, or you can come join us in Berkeley. All right, let's go through the chat and see what else is going on. A lot of people I haven't seen in a while or heard from in a while, so I'm very happy about that. All right, Javier. Hey, very good to see you. Javier says, hello, Jason. Hello, chat. Tosca's here. Hey, Tosca's been a long time. I do see some of your comments on YouTube, and I do try to reply to the comments on YouTube. I try. Sometimes I don't get the notification, so I don't go back to the video. So anyways, if I didn't get back to your comments on my YouTube channel, I'm sorry about that. I try to go through all of them. I do read all of them, and I try to respond to all of them. Sometimes it's successful and sometimes it's not. I should make some videos about that. So for this live stream, here's the new format that I'm thinking about. And maybe you can let me know in the comments. I don't know if I asked the Patreon community. I did ask them what things they might want, what they want to see in the Patreon community. One of them is more teachings and also the live stream. So some of you know, if you were here from the very beginning, that I used to do the live stream for Empty Gate Zen Center on Thursdays at this time. I'm not sure why it stopped. I remember I was traveling and I kind of wanted to revamp the whole live stream situation. The reason for that is there's a lot of value, I think, from this live stream. One is just connecting with everybody. So you've heard me say this many times if you watch my videos, that connecting with people who practice, sometimes we call that Sangha, is very important. I think it's important to encourage us to continue because life is very challenging sometimes. So I know from the previous live streams, people felt a good connection with others. And there's also people had a lot of good questions. If you looked at my playlist on my YouTube channel, I think it's called Answering Your Questions. So if you look at the older ones, a lot of those videos came from the live stream. People asked very good questions and then I would try to answer. Lately, what I've been doing is people have been emailing me or making comments on my YouTube channel, and I've been answering questions through there. So if you notice the newer videos from that series, I'm in my meditation room answering those questions. So that's two purposes that this live stream would have. One of them is to connect with everyone, very important. The second is to answer any questions you may have, just making sure that everyone is getting support in their practice. Now, it doesn't matter what you practice. If you practice Zen, Buddhism, any kind of meditation, it doesn't really matter. Any kind of question's okay. All right. And I think something I want to change or add to the live stream is having a little more focus. So most likely I will come to the live streams with a theme. It may be titled, I'm not sure. Right now it says Everyday Zen Live Stream with Jason Quinn. That may be the name. Or it may have some topic that I would like to talk about. Usually I like to talk about things that are happening now, questions I've been receiving, or things I've been going through. If you watched any of my videos, you know what I'm talking about. So those are the three things. So come with some intention. Answer questions if there are any here, and also just to connect with you all. Does that sound good? How's that sound to you? So when is this happening? So I do plan on doing the live streams on Thursdays again. So every Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific time, which is right now, I plan on doing these live streams. Now, I'm going to start that after I do the 24-hour live stream. Does that make sense? I'll probably send an email about all of these things. I know it's hard to remember this. Also, if you go to my website, let me pull it up for you all. Okay, at the bottom of my website, my homepage, I list all of the events that I'm doing. So if you're curious or want to join me for some of these events, go ahead and check those out. So the live stream will be posted on this events page. And again, I'm planning on doing this weekly every Thursday after the 24-hour live stream. I have to plan the 24-hour live stream because, again, Kendra wants to be on it. My son wants to be on it. And I'd like to invite a guest like Doug Smith to join. And maybe someone else too. We'll see. So does that make sense? And if that sounds good, let me know in the comments if that sounds good. If there's something from the live stream that you would like to see, let me know. Because I'm not very good at just coming up with things, and I usually respond to what people are requesting. Maybe there's questions I'm getting or someone's recommending something, then I'll usually will create something and present it. All right, so let's see what else is going on in the chat. I'm glad you're all here. Welcome everyone to the live stream. If you haven't already, let us know in the chat where you are living and say hello if you want. You don't have to. Let's see where we left off. All right, people are saying hello to each other. Javier, Jason, I'm visiting the Dharma Zen Center of Los Angeles tomorrow. Have you ever been? Yes, I've been there only one time, and I led a retreat there. This was, this was probably before the pandemic, most likely. I think so. It was a while ago. But yes, very wonderful Zen center. I would like to go back. I've talked to a couple of the teachers there. I would like to go back and do another retreat there. I'm also planning on doing more retreats. So some of you know right now, I'm doing the 1-week retreat in Providence every year. Every year they have a 3-month retreat that starts usually the first weekend of January. I've been leading either the second or third week of that retreat. I'm going to Boise twice a year. So if you live in the Boise area, I'm doing the 1-day retreats every May and every October. Was just there last month. Of course, I'm doing the retreats for Empty Gate Zen Center. The 1-day retreats I'm in Boise, but the 3-day retreats I do in the Berkeley Center. So I'm doing one this month, May 17th through 19th. And I would like to come back to other centers and also just do extra things for people, if possible. So yes, Javier, just tell everyone I said hello. Hey, Christy's here. Hey, Christy, good to see you. So again, some of you I see in my YouTube comments. I feel like I've been in contact with you, but I do miss you all in the live stream. So good to have you here. How's it been going? Let's see. Red Matt, hello from Poland. Hey, good to see you. I'm glad you are here. Also, if you're just joining us, so again, maybe let us know you're here, maybe where you're living. Also, if you have any questions about Zen, meditation, practice, life, any kind of question, you can put in the chat. If you have questions about my YouTube channel or what's going on around here, that's also okay. So John says, what? No Chicky in the 24-hour live stream? Yes, he has to be in there, John. He's on the list to be on the 24-hour live stream. In fact, he's right now moping in the inside the house. Like I mentioned earlier, Kendra and Miles are on an overnight field trip. They're coming back today. But when Kendra's gone, Chiqui's not so happy. My daughter's in school, so I'm by myself right now. But he will be on there. If you have any ideas, too, about the 24-hour live stream, put it in the chat. So I will be, again, first of all, I'll probably start at this time. So we can start off with this. I'll probably bring on a guest. Hopefully that will be the idea. I'll bring on the guest during the chat. And then someone recommended in the Patreon community that I just kind of also film just some everyday life situations. So I will be doing that because, again, the theme of my YouTube channel has been Everyday Zen, if you haven't figured that out already. So I will be, someone recommended I should do some cooking thing. I may do that. We'll see. I want it to be some of it planned and some of it to be spontaneous, because I do have an idea. Maybe I'll get up at midnight and do midnight practice. For some people, that might be a good time, depending on where you're living. So we'll have to see about all that. Okay, Sally says, hi, good to see you, Jason, doing a live stream. Sally from London, UK. I'm very happy to see you, Sally. Glad you're here. Yeah, and I think so too, because I'm doing the live streams on my YouTube channel. People who are already subscribed or connected will be joining us, which is awesome. I really appreciate that. Okay, Adam, a weekly live stream sounds great. I missed those meetings. Yep, will definitely happen. I just, again, want it to be a little more focused. So maybe bring a topic into the chat. We'll see. I mean, again, the live stream's just going to be responding to what people are asking for, if that makes sense. Oh, another announcement. So I mentioned the Dharma talk this Sunday, the retreat for Empty Gate Zen Center on May. Let's see, the 24-hour live stream, which is going to happen this month. Date will be continued. So again, jump on my email list or look at my events page for the updates on all that stuff. Also, this is interesting too, and I want your feedback. I'll be asking the Patreon community about this. I don't know if I even talked about this yet, but my wife's, let's just say a family member is taking the close family, which includes us, to Brazil in June. They're taking the whole family, flights, everything. So let's see, my wife's brother's wife, I know there's an easier way of saying that, is from Brazil, and my brother-in-law and his wife spend some time in Brazil. So we have a place to stay in Brazil. We may be doing a couple of visits here and there. I'm not quite sure the itinerary yet, but this is happening in June. So that's next month. I think it's June 10th for 3 weeks. So June 10th through July 2nd, something like that. So what I want to ask you all about this is, obviously I won't be doing like my Everyday Zen series, like going on hikes and doing a lot of editing and things like that. I don't know if I can do a live stream from there or not. I don't know what the kind of internet situation is there. Wife's sister-in-law. Okay. Wife's sister-in-law. Okay, John, thank you for that. All right. So my idea was, and now let me know if this is a good idea. So I may not have time to be doing a lot of hours into like some of the videos that I usually do. But what I'm thinking of doing is doing YouTube shorts on the whole journey. So it may be like shorts, YouTube shorts are what, a minute long? Is that right? So a minute daily video of kind of the journey to Brazil and in Brazil and coming back, and also connecting that to some kind of Zen teaching. If you think that's a good idea, let me know. If it's not, then also let me know. Okay. All right. So Sally. Okay. Adam. Adam saying hello. Christy saying I'm from Ontario, California. Currently in Rialto, California. Huh. For work. All is well, having lunch. Good. Can't wait for the 24-hour live stream. Perhaps freehand the 24-hour live stream. I'm going to, yeah. One thing I also had an idea about for this 24-hour live stream is, if I'm sleeping, I probably will, most likely, is playing some of the original videos, that my very first videos. So one thing I like about the platform I'm using here right now for the live stream is I can share videos and things like that. So one idea is to play some of the very first videos. I look back on a couple of those. It's very hard to watch. I mean, it's very hard to watch any of my videos, but especially the ones in the very beginning. So I'll do that as well. Javier, make pizzas. Adam, Buddhist pizza, one with everything. Okay. Or with nothing. Cesare added in. Adam, no dough, no sauce, no taste, no smell. Okay. I could do that, but I do maybe have some news for you that may be disappointing. Now, usually I would say 90% of the cooking for our family. But as far as the pizzas go, I make the dough and I make the sauce. And Kendra does all the stretching and puts everything together and puts it in the oven and all that. So maybe we could do it together. I don't know. Maybe that's one way she can contribute. That might be good, actually. Some of you may or may not I used to be the kitchen master for the Providence Zen Center. So cooking in practice is something that's very important to me, especially the intention behind cooking. Obviously, we all like to eat good food, but I love the purpose and intention behind the cooking as well. So that's a good idea. Actually, I'll think of that. I'll add that into you. All right, Christy, Brazil, how exciting. Yes, the shorts would be awesome. I love the idea. Okay, Eric says, Brazil shorts sound great. Kevin, good idea on shorts and travel journey entry. Yeah, I'll do it. Good. At least 3 of you think it's a good idea. Usually I know. I've done a few shorts before. Oh, is this Regis? I'm maybe not saying that right. Hi, Brazilian here. Gasha, where in Brazil do you live? I do know a few people in Brazil. And if it's any, if we are like going to the same town or visiting, I'd love to meet someone from Brazil. That would be awesome. You could be in a short with me. But happy to have you here, Regis. John, shorts wouldn't require editing, finding bandwidth or connection issues. Yeah, so talking to Kendra's brother, he does work from when he travels there because obviously you got to work, right? He does say there is a sufficient connection in many of the places. There might be one place there's not. So we'll see. And I'll make that clear in the short too. So let's plan that. So in June, I'll probably make a video about it on my YouTube channel talking about the travel, what the idea of shorts. If you want to follow the journey, check out YouTube Shorts. And we'll see how it goes. That's the best I could do. I'd love to do a live stream there from Brazil, and I may be able to do that at least once, just to kind of give you an update. I used to travel a lot. I don't travel hardly anymore unless it's camping. But traveling is a really good practice, to go somewhere that really throws you out of your comforts, your conditioning, all of those kinds of things. And you really have to kind of pay attention and follow the situation as it's arising. So I'm excited to do that. And that's what maybe the purpose too of the YouTube Shorts will be, is kind of sharing that practice of it, the practice aspects of it too. Because as you all know, traveling doesn't always go smooth. Just like life, there's things that are enjoyable, there's things that are challenging. So I want to share that whole picture, the real life about it. Oh, speaking of working, Christy has to go back to work. All right, Christy, good to see you. Come back. And again, if you're just joining us, this is the Everyday Zen live stream where I'm making announcements about the future of this live stream. Some of you were joining us back when Empty Gate Zen Center was doing the live stream. I plan on doing a weekly live stream here on my YouTube channel every Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. And that's going to start after I do the 24-hour live stream that I'm hoping to plan actually in the next few days. So Kendra and Miles will get back. I'll see when a good day to do that. And also I'd like to invite a guest. And then after that, I'll try to continue doing the weekly live stream. Of course, in Brazil, it may not be possible, but we'll see. Also, if you're just joining us, welcome to the live stream. And if you haven't already, let us know in the chat where you are living or just say hello. It'd be good to see who's out there today. Um, is it, I want to say Regis, but with that little thing there, is it Regis or Regis? Anyways, if I'm mispronouncing your name, I'm very sorry. I discover your channel these days. I'm a student of Tarango Roshi from the Diamond Sangha. Okay, good. I know of the Diamond Sangha. That's wonderful. Really enjoying your content. Thank you very much. Yeah, and also thank you everyone for the support. Yeah, the reason again why I'm doing the 24-hour live stream is we got over 1,000 subscribers. And if you saw my video about that, it really surprised me because I'm growing this channel very slowly and in an organic way. An organic way, just doing making content that people are asking about and engaging with people about the content. You know, like any kind of probably YouTube channel, this is a, well, I would say it's a very narrow niche of people. So I've been meeting some very wonderful people through the YouTube channel, and it's inspiring to me too. And I'm hoping the content's helpful. It's not for everyone. If you read some of my comments, just like anything, it's not for everybody. But I'm very happy to be doing this. But thank you for that comment. It's good to know. Maybe I want to share something. There's a lot of stuff I would like to share, and some of it I'll probably make videos about. But one thing I want to talk about, and again, if you are here and you have any questions about Zen meditation practice, any kind of question like that, you could put it into the chat. But recently I was talking to somebody about the past. And they were talking about having regrets about the past. And I would say recently too, there's been some, let's see, I've had a couple of connections with people from a long time ago. Some of it was very positive and some of it wasn't so, I want to say if it was negative, but it wasn't maybe so clear or helpful. So I thought it'd be good to talk about a lot of these things, especially when it's about our past. So I was telling this person that it's very interesting if you really look at where you are now. My kids, one's 7 and one's 11, about to turn 12. Well, actually, Ella's birthday is May 8th. Geez, 5 days. They're kind of seeing the connection of all of these events that led to this very moment. My daughter said something the other day. She's like, oh, if you didn't move to Seattle when I was, how old was I? 20, 21? Can't even remember now. Somewhere around there. If you didn't move to Seattle, I most likely wouldn't have been born. It's like, huh, that's a very interesting kind of perception, especially at 7 years old, right? Because we're always looking at situations and labeling them. That was a good situation and that was very bad. I liked what happened and I didn't like what happened, right? This kind of thinking. But if we can really take a step back and see the bigger picture, everything that has happened led to this very moment. In fact, all of us in this live stream, it's pretty mind-blowing. Everything that's happened now, if you believe in reincarnation and all that stuff, maybe it happened lifetimes ago. But we'll just say since you were born, everything that's happened led to this very moment. So I think it's important to look at the bigger picture. Sometimes when we say, you might hear this word digesting our experience. It's a term I've heard a few teachers talk about. I talk about this, and I think it's something that may be helpful. So if you think about digesting, right? Usually you eat some food and you swallow the food, right? And the acids in your stomach break up this food and your body absorbs the nutrients from this food. You get energy. So that process is called digesting. And it's the same way with our experience. If we digest our experience, then what comes out of it is wisdom and clarity. But I would have to admit, being one of those people, that many of us have not or cannot digest our experience because we're very attached to it. We're holding that experience, or we're judging the experience. We're making something out of this experience, right? And when we do that, it just causes a lot of confusion for ourselves and others. So yeah, I'm not saying it's not important to look back on the past and seeing the whole chain of cause and effect, like, oh yeah, because of this situation appeared, and when that appeared, this appeared, which leads me to this, the condition that I am in now, the situation that I'm in now. But I think what's more helpful is to really see that whole chain of cause and effect very clearly. And if we don't judge it, add our own likes and dislikes to it, or our own opinions, then it's possible to digest it. Because we know that good and bad is only made from thinking. It doesn't mean experiences are not difficult. It's just that we make good and bad. If you watched my last few videos, I talk about that, especially the farmer and horse story, where things are just truth. And if we keep an open mind, a curious mind, look at it kind of like maybe a scientist. What is this? Right? Then we can learn something from it. And this is how wisdom appears. But if we're using our practice to ignore what happened in the past, or our feelings about it, or thinking about it, if we're using it to get rid of all of these things, it just causes more confusion and more difficulty. So that's one benefit that any kind of meditation practice can help us with. Yeah, maybe at first we need practice to help us perceive clearly, or maybe to feel better, or allow us to have the capability to see the truth of our experience. That's okay. But eventually it's the digesting of it that becomes wisdom, and that wisdom we can share with this whole world. Let me see if there's any more announcements here. I just wanted to make sure we covered everything. I covered the Dharma talk for the Sunday, the retreat that's happening May 17th through 19th. Again, you can join online and just join parts of it. I'll be doing the 24-hour live stream, followed by weekly live streams on Thursdays at 12 p.m. Pacific time. And also the Brazil experience. I'll be documenting YouTube shorts, it looks like now, about that experience. We'll see. All right, let's move on and see what other things are happening in the chat. Sally, hi. Please, can you explain what dependent arising means in Zen? Yeah, this is a very important topic, and I want to share with you a teaching from Buddhism. Let me get my Compass of Zen book. 1 second. I haven't memorized all these things. Oh, here it is. Well, that's good karma. So there's this teaching in Buddhism about the 12 links in the chain of dependent origination. So it's basically, if we look at Buddhism in a nutshell, it's about human suffering, how it appeared, how it grows, and where it ends up. And how do we relieve this human suffering, or how do we see through it? Maybe is a better way. Or we can say, how do we digest this suffering so we can use it to help this world? So in Buddhism, there's this teaching that everything comes from ignorance. So if you heard about the three poisons in Buddhism, you'll see that there's hatred, greed, and ignorance. I like to define ignorance as ignoring the truth, ignoring the nature of cause and effect, right? Because if we don't see it clearly, if we're ignoring it, and of course we'll suffer. So out of ignorance, there's mental formations. So whatever we see, hear, taste, touch, which creates consciousness. I'm just reading these in order. Which creates name and form, the six senses, contact, sensation, desire, clinging, existence, life. And then the very last one is old age, sickness, and death. So what this means, this chain of dependent origination, means that our suffering comes for ignorance. Now I'm reading this. I recommend this book, by the way, if you haven't read this. It's called The Compass of Zen, Teachings from Zen Master Sung Song. One thing I really appreciate about this book is that there's a lot of concepts in Buddhism that sometimes for some people may seem a little confusing, or maybe not so clear, maybe outdated. And I love how Zen Master Sung Song really connects it to our modern human experience. So check it out if you got time. So that's interesting. So I'll tell you where Zen fits in to these 12 links of dependent origination. So if suffering comes from ignorance, the way we would practice that in Zen is, then where does ignorance come from? So some of you know that Zen is the experience of our mind before thinking. Before thinking means our mind and this universe are not separate. So out of ignorance, right, appears suffering, meaning there's an I, there's a you. If there's an I and a you, that means this whole world is divided into opposites. I and you, us, them, good, bad, right, wrong, like, dislike. So Zen practice means investigating the source of the suffering. So if all of these things come from ignorance, where does ignorance come from? Maybe you say mind. If that's true, then where does mind come from? Maybe you say mind comes from consciousness. So where does consciousness comes from? Where does it come from? So looking at that very closely, eventually, if you're very smart, it's going to take a very long time to really experience don't know, the mind before thinking. Because if we're looking at these questions very honestly, sincerely, not asking the questions here, though, these are not like analytical thinking questions. Like, how did the continents appear in this world, right? That's kind of a thinking question. How many countries are there in this world? That's a thinking question. So these kind of questions, where does mind come from? Where does consciousness come from? Where does ignorance come from? These are questions we ask with our gut. Because if we look at these questions very closely, we get stuck, meaning we can't answer the question. We truly don't know. Don't know is our enlightened nature. It is this mind before thinking, where ourselves and this universe is not separate. We experience that. So that's how we practice this. And I have to say, in the Zen tradition I teach in, now maybe other Zen traditions look at this very differently. But I hope that answered your question, Sally. Very good question. So, Regis, is it like practicing Mu? So I think you're referring back to my previous conversation about digesting our experience. But this practice of Mu just means to become one. So in the way we talk about it in the school I teach, and I teach in the Quantum School of Zen, we talk about 3 points. Become one, right? Where your mind and this universe are not separate. And we talk about truth. Then we talk about function. What is the function of this truth? I think it's really important to separate this. Now, does any of this stuff exist? No. But for teaching purposes, we talk about it. So Mu means that your mind and this Mu are not separate. So earlier I talked about we create the strong sense of self, and the whole world is divided into opposites. So Mu cuts through those opposites. Some teachers in the old days, you don't see this anymore, would take a stick and hit their students. Because at that moment, when the stick hit the student, their mind and the moment became one. So we can say that our original mind is like a clear mirror. The mirror just reflects everything as it is. So if I point it to the wall, it's reflecting white. If I point it to the floor, it's reflecting brown. But usually this mirror, this mind, is diluted. Ignorance, greed, hatred, likes and dislikes, or strong views or opinions. You can see this in the world very clearly. So the first step is to take away all of these things where this mind just reflects the moment clearly. But we don't stay there. I'm trying to get this point across in my video. Some people are not getting this point. It's not like we sit back, everything's clear, everything's great. Because if that's true, that means that we're holding that experience. Now we just created something else in this mirror. This feels so good. It is said that even the Buddha had this experience too. When he realized his enlightenment, he stayed there under the Bodhi tree. He didn't want to get up. But eventually he got up, and for 49 years he taught about suffering, how suffering appears, and how we can relieve it. So practicing Mu or becoming one, all of this takes everything out where our mind becomes clear. Then we can see the truth. Now, when we talk about truth, it's universal truth. So right now, there's a lot of birds chirping outside this window. Maybe 10 people can be in this room, and they can practice different religions and be from different countries. Boom, they perceive the sound of the bird chirping. So the name for that is truth. But because of our human condition, because of ignorance, because of greed and anger, we make something. That means we add something to that bird chirping. I like it. I don't like it. That's loud. That's quiet. This is good. This is bad. And this is why we're so confused. It's just, that's it. So then once we can perceive truth clearly, then we can respond to this world, which means we respond to this moment with love and compassion. But even talking about that, love and compassion can be just an idea. True love and compassion means responding to this very moment as it's arising. So this way, if you read Zen Master Sung Sung's book, he's always talking about the sky is blue, the tree is green, right? That's truth. But then he says, when someone's hungry, give them food. When someone's thirsty, give them drink. So all of these 3 points are just 1 point. What's happening right now in this moment, and how can I help? Okay. Restoring Wisdom says, hi there. Sally says, great answer, Justin, very clear. I'm glad that was helpful. Regis says, thank you. You're welcome. Let's see. Restoring Wisdom is... Oh, okay. You know what? I'm looking at it. I see Gert, and I said, oh, I know you, which sometimes you go by Phoebe, which I know that as well. And now I'm seeing that this YouTube channel says Restoring Wisdom. Good to see you. It seems like it's been a while. I'm very happy to see you. All right. So you're asking, what's your opinion on cold exposure ice bath? Feels like benefiting my practice life a lot in these last months. Oh, I get it. Feels like it's benefiting my practice / life a lot in these last months. Yeah, anything we do has a direction. So we recite these 4 Bodhisattva vows. And the first one is, sentient beings are numberless. We vow to save them all. I made a video about this, so you can check out it on my YouTube channel. But this basically just sets up the intention, not only for our practice, but everything we do in our lives. So is what I'm doing benefiting this world? So I like to get enough sleep. But why? Because when I don't get enough sleep, I can't function very well, and I'm not very helpful. So I be sure, and sometimes, it just doesn't happen. So we have to deal with that too. It's still the question of, well, what can I do now to help the situation? So our practice, maybe you exercise, maybe you're trying to eat well, maybe you're taking ice baths, all of it can have a direction. Why do it? So earlier I mentioned that how many of us are pushing away thinking, feelings, the past experiences, right? We're ignoring the truth of our human experience. If we do that, the natural result is dissatisfaction, or in Buddhism called suffering. So if we make a clear intention that my life, practice, has an intention, how can I help right now? So if you perceive hunger in your belly, you eat. Why do you eat? So you can have energy to do something clear and helpful, right? So yeah, everything can have a direction. So if it's helping your life, how is it helping your life? If it's just for a good feeling, we know from our experience that comes and goes. If you set up any retreats before, some retreats are blissful, some retreats are hell. But we show up and take care of what's appearing in front of us. Good to see you again. Very good questions. And I think I probably end it here. Oh, let's see, Adam, one thing that can help build our meditation practice is doing it with other people. So we invite everyone to 108 bows in 30 minutes of Zen sitting every day in Zoom. That's one way. If you have a place nearby, go there. If it's not a Zen center, doesn't matter. Practicing with others is very important. We can maybe make a video about that too. Thank you, Adam. Anyways, wow, I'm very happy to see you all. I'm very glad you all are here. It's good to reconnect, just to kind of recover some of the things we talked about. I will be doing a 24-hour live stream, so jump on my email list. Just go to jasonquinnzen.com, jump on the email list, or go to my events page. I'll put my link into the chat again. So after the 24-hour live stream, I'll be doing weekly Thursday live streams at 12 p.m. Pacific time. I have a retreat with Empty Gate Zen Center. You can join on Zoom or in person. That's May 17th through 19th. I'll be in Sacramento this Sunday if you want to join that Dharma talk. A lot going on. Again, you can keep all up to date with all of these events on my website. Again, I really appreciate you. Thank you for your support on my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead. All right, everyone. So Eric says, thank you. Restoring Wisdom, Hap Chong. Yes, John says, thank you, Jason and everyone. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you all, I wouldn't be doing this. Take care, everybody.